And this also has a feature that goes under-commented on in the automotive review space that you really like, especially when we are in stop-and-go traffic. What happens when the car in front of you starts moving away?
It gives you a little beep beep. If you're not actively going, it'll let you know that traffic is moving ahead, but in a soft, nice, just, hey, maybe you should look up kind of way.
Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly.
Back there is Tucker.
Yep, that's me.
And I think we are in my favorite midsize sedan, that being the 2025 Hyundai Sonata Inline. In this video, we're going to tell you how it fits our family of three. All right, Ollie, you have been living with this one more than I have. I'm a little jelly. I must ask you, what are your thoughts on this matte silver painted Hyundai Sonata Inline?
Well, I really like it.
Oh, yeah?
I really like the style, and these feel a little muscular than the style of old. They've definitely updated the look and feel. You have the running headlights at the front that gives it kind of like a sports car feel. Although, I mean, it is definitely a sedan on the outside. But some things like the matte silver, the running headlights, the stronger angles just kind of give it a little bit of a oomph feel.
Yeah, we're actually behind the older design of this Sonata, and clearly a more aggressive design here in this one than what is actually literally in front of us right now.
Yeah, when we knew we were getting a Sonata, this is what I envisioned, which is a little bit of softer angles and stuff like that, not what showed up. So it was really cool.
Yes, definitely has an aggressive side to it. Big, bold, brash grille up front that just gives it a little bit of an edge, wouldn't you say?
Yep, just a little bit, just enough.
Yeah. All right, moving inside, our Inline gets some special features. I bet you can figure out what they are.
This red stripe across, which I like, and there's red around the start button. So I like those, the red stitching. And the N, I'm sure.
We've got suede inserts on our seats, red accents on our seats. So a lot of nice subtle touches, not too in your face.
Definitely nice, and it kind of brings that edgy design on the inside, including like this kind of design, which isn't textured, but
looks like carbon fiber, but it's not.
Not quite.
But that's okay.
It still looks like a nice material.
And then we have a synthetic leather-wrapped dash, very clearly not true leather, but just gives it a nice, classy feel. You've got two 12.3-inch screens there in front of you, one for driver information and the other for our wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, infotainment screen. But what are your overall thoughts on the inside, outside of all the red touches throughout? You've been living in it.
Yes, I've driven a lot of miles in this guy, and it's really comfortable. I would say that up front. The seats are really comfortable. They hug you in the right spot, and it's really easy to drive.
Yeah, we'll get into that. We will get into that. Some things that you just clarified with me before I hit record. Unfortunately, no memory seats here on the Inline. Also,
and no head-up display.
Yeah, and another unfortunate with regard to the seats, no ventilated seats either. So heated only, no ventilation on the Inline. We've previously tested the limited hybrid model. That one did have both head-up display and ventilated seats. So you give up a little for the sporty edge of the Inline.
Yeah.
But Tucker, while we're talking about inside, how much space do you have back there?
Not a lot.
Not a lot, really? Kind of feel like it's fairly roomy back there for you. You don't think so?
No. Especially not saying behind you.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got space
Especially not
there
with you.
Oh, brother. turned 7 and he's got some strong opinions. But what do you say? What do we need to talk about next, Tucker?
Can I get my child safety seat?
And then maybe I'll sit back there and show you what it's like for an adult in the back seat. Before I bring in Tucker's Graco Extended Fit Child Safety Seat, I do want to show you what the back seat is like for adults. So the doors open up nice and wide, allow anyone to get in easily from the side. We'll go ahead and duck in and slide in. And yes, plenty of legroom behind where I've been sitting this entire review. Like that a lot. We do get air vents on the back of the center console, power on the back of the center console, storage net on the back of the passenger seat, but not on the back of the driver's seat. Interesting there. We do get a fold down armrest with 2 cup holders. I do get a decent view out of the large skylight, panoramic glass roof there in front of me, but plenty of legroom. You can see all the same materials and design on the back doors as up front. We do have a bottle holder back here. All the way around, very nice backseat amenities with tons of space. We do have this center tunnel here, so if you have somebody riding in the middle, it will be like one of those things where you'll have to straddle this, but I think it's still a very comfortable mid-size sedan. Go ahead and slide out now and bring in Tucker's Graco Extend-A-Fit child safety seat. This is the same car seat, if you can't tell by all the stains, that he has been riding in since he was rearward facing. As you can see, as it is, I do not need to move the front seat forward at all. This is where I have been riding this entire video, though we do have a 6-way manually adjustable passenger seat. I'll go ahead and slide in here and show you, yes, very comfortable in here just as is. I've got tons of legroom up front. It really is a good, spacious back seat, allowing me to install a rear-facing car seat without moving that front seat forward at all. So I like that a whole lot. Now, moving to putting it in its forward-facing configuration. I will note we have some hard plastic covers here, but they are hinged and spring-loaded, so that makes for very easy access to those lower latches. You can see we already have the headrest lifted up here. I'm gonna have to peek in through the back window. You can see the top tether is just behind the headrest here, which I would assume it would be easier to put this in by removing the headrest, but I do just want to make you aware of how close that top tether is back behind the headrest. I'm gonna do my best. Let's see, we'll get that in. I'm doing this blindly, kind of peeking around here, but yeah, there, we've got that installed. I will put all the slack over here and we can tighten it down from there. Now, as I mentioned, we do have those spring-loaded covers. Really does make putting these lower latches in very easily. Really very simple. That ain't going anywhere. Like that a lot. Now, talking about cargo space back in the back, this does have Hyundai's smart key access system. All you have to do is have the key back behind the vehicle in your pocket, your purse. You don't have to do anything. This could be in my pocket right now. I'm just showing you that I didn't push any buttons. It beeps 3 times to let you know, hey, I'm about to open. If you don't want me to open, take a step away from the vehicle. But when it does, you have 15.6 cubic feet of space in the trunk. That is class competitive. That is really good for the segment. And you can see it's laid out very well. The hinge structure does not come into the trunk storage space at all. So what you see is what you get. Plenty of space back here. You can add to it with the mid-size sedan typical pull latches here to fold down the 60/40 rear bench seat. And with Tucker's car seat over there, we really only have the 40% available to us. See, I locked the front doors. There we go, unlock, and we'll fold this down to show you. You do have a ramp up to the seat back there, so it's not a completely flat transition if you do fold the seats down, but it is a nice addition of space if and when you need it. Speaking of addition of space, underneath the floor here, we don't have a spare tire. We do get a tire mobility kit, but there is a little additional storage space there underneath that false load floor. Otherwise, it is a very nice class competitive trunk that I think will serve most families well. And then my favorite thing about closing it is they give you this plastic handle here so that you don't have to touch the back of the vehicle. If it's already dirty, you don't have to leave fingerprints back there. If it's clean, you don't leave fingerprints back there. It all works very nicely. You just pull it shut, and there you go. If you don't want to do the smart key access system, they also give you a button right there. Takes a minute, but yes, it does pop open, and then close it without leaving any fingerprints. Done. Okay, so clearly a spacious back seat. There's quite a bit of room in here for all. We've got a roomy trunk back in the back for bringing stuff along. You've packed it up, brought stuff home.
Packed it up and had room to spare, and I brought a lot of stuff.
Yes, you did. So,
go to my Instagram, Female Consumer, to see everything I packed in this car.
Yeah, so it works quite well. We've got some of its competition right in front of us with the Accord. This is a competitive segment that a lot of brands are getting out of. Ford no longer has the Fusion. That has gone by the wayside. The Malibu is fading from existence. I believe you can still get new ones for $25, but for $26, those will be gone. Chrysler has ditched their midsize sedans. Those that remain need to have some competitive options. So you've got this, the sister vehicle from Kia, the K5. You've got the sales leader, Toyota Camry, and right behind it, the Honda Accord. So not a lot to choose from in this segment, but really good options so far here in this one that we've explored. But you've put several miles on it. You've already talked about it being comfortable seats and touched on it being comfortable to drive. Can you elaborate a little for our viewers who don't get to ride along with us in the vehicle itself?
Well, I did a lot of highway driving on this, and it was super easy to pop in and out of the on-ramps and things like that. Visibility is nice. You have your safety warnings that let you know, that give you a little beep that something's beside you or
only
in
if
your
you put your
blind
blinker
spot.
on, though.
If you put your blinker on, yeah.
You
Only
do
if you
have
put your
the lights on the mirrors here that will illuminate even if your blinker's not on. But yes, you also get a little in the steering wheel.
Yeah, but not annoying.
Yeah.
None of the safety things are annoying. Even the little beep is just a little dee-dee. Not like some other safety features that we've had.
And this also has a feature that goes under-commented on in the automotive review space that you really like, especially when we are in stop-and-go traffic. What happens when the car in front of you starts moving away?
It gives you a little beep beep if you're not paying attention. If you're not actively going. I don't want to say paying attention, but if you're not actively going, it'll let you know that traffic is moving ahead, but in a soft, nice, just, hey, maybe you should look up kind of way.
If you are talking to somebody else in the vehicle or tending to many of the needs that might arise while traveling, then yes, you get a little ding ding. Just ding ding. Hey, maybe. So that is a nice touch. Storage in here.
It's been really good. I mean, we have this that's pretty deep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Go bag fits in it fairly well.
Very easily. You got a couple of cup holders. You've got a space for your phone here next to the wireless charger, which I like, so you don't have to choose. I will say that the chargers have not charged up super quickly.
No.
They're pretty slow.
I call them the phone warmers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
you're
why
only gonna get...
we typically plug in because USB-C wired charging is usually faster.
But this one is not.
Oh, USB-C?
It's not.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
interesting.
That's how I've been charging it.
Are you using navigation? Because
I'm even talking about on our way home today when I wasn't. Well, I guess we were kind of using navigation. On our way home, you were using it. But it only gave me 3% increase.
Interesting.
So
all right.
It's not super fast whether you're plugged in.
Well, you can't see it from over there, but while we were driving around earlier today, you probably did. There's a little spot. I could put my phone here on the side of the center.
Yeah, there's a cup holders in the side doors too that we utilize. So yeah, I mean, like I said, we went to Dallas and back in this guy and had a lot of stuff with us because I was working, doing a photo shoot, had the kid, so we have utilized the cubbies and I've found it to be efficient. Sufficient and efficient.
Nice little rhyming going on.
Yeah.
As we turn on to the historic brick streets of downtown Tyler, Texas, we could talk about how this thing rides. Again, you've got more wheel time in it than I do, but Tucker, what is your wobbly head like back there in the back?
Pretty smooth.
Holly, what are your thoughts as we come up to the biggest?
Yeah, it's a little jiggly.
Yeah.
That part of the sport tuned suspension.
Yeah, it's the sporty model in the lineup. So it's more aggressively styled, different wheels, different tires. They're
Getting a little reverb.
Yeah, we're getting a little brick reverb going on. But that could be from the lower profile tires, Pirelli P0 tires we have on this one. So you give up a little for style and substance in the inline model. You already said power was good, correct?
Yeah, power's been great.
Yeah.
Visibility's been great.
Okay. Fuel economy, I guess I can go ahead.
And there is a nice little camera button.
Yes,
here
but
that I like.
only a backup camera on this one. So again, talking about some things that we're giving up, no 360 cameras on this particular one. Also, we have dual zone climate controls, which is nice.
Which is nice.
There's just some upscale features and some lacking features, I would say. But overall fuel economy, I reset this after you got back because it was not reset when we took delivery of it. You were in the Dallas area. So this is in our driving today. We've put 63 miles on it. Highway miles, we've done running through town. So we've seen up to 36 and down to, right now we're at 27.6. EPA rates at 23 city, 32 highway, 27 combined. I would say we are hitting that.
We are 27 combined.
Spectacularly.
On to price.
All right, Tucker. You see where my thumb?
First, I do want to talk about the matte paint.
Okay.
Does it still take special?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, forever and always, matte paint will take special care instructions, which
You can't just run it through a...
You don't want to take it to a touch car wash. It must be a touchless car wash because it can scratch and show swirls if you are constantly rubbing it down like that. It is not like a clear coat paint job.
So important to note, and it takes regular gas?
Regular fuel, yep.
Regular fuel, all right. Okay, how about 42?
Lower.
Okay. I went for 42, but I was hoping it was lower. What about 36?
All right. 37.610.
All right.
$37,610.
Pretty good.
Yeah. And what is something we have noticed since we've had this that it doesn't have, that we are happy that it doesn't
automatic start-stop.
Yeah.
There is none.
The engine stays on, which means the AC compressor stays on, and it is already 94 degrees here in the middle of May in East Texas. And we love that. Like, just keep the air on.
Just keep the air on.
Keep the air compressed and chilled, please.
Yes.
But
yeah, and it is questionable whether the automatic start-stop even helps with anything.
Honestly, here in the warmth of East Texas, even when we don't defeat that, the engine doesn't stay off very long at all because it's like, it's getting warm in the cabin. Better kick that AC compressor back on.
Right.
The engine comes on anyway. So,
right.
As Holly alluded to, if you want to see some behind-the-scenes stuff, see her life with these vehicles, you can find her on Facebook and Instagram at Female Consumer. Tucker has a YouTube channel at Tucker's Talk. You can go see all things GT Garage Talk at GT Garage Talk, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, you name it, at GT Garage Talk. Or you can go to gtgaragetalk.com where you'll find links to everything that we do, including a story or two that you can read along if you'd like to read our thoughts. But as for us in the 2025 Hyundai Sonata Inline, until next time, Gearheads.
Bye.